All right. So, Brian King and I have been, anyway, we were on the phone the other day, and he is temperature treating his latest knife. So, I don't even know if that's how you call it, but I tried it at work. My gigantic oven goes up to 525. I learned that today. And it really didn't do much. It did do something. Can barely even tell in the camera. Well, I guess you can tell. It's fairly, it's a lot lighter. It's more rose colored, if that gives you a better idea. And so, because that's as high as it gets, I'm thinking it must need to get a little higher. My plan is I'm gonna color up the wire that I'm gonna hammer finish, and hopefully today's experiments will give me a better idea of what steps I should take. So let's move this thing so it doesn't get burnt. It's called oxidization. Gotta put it somewhere it's not likely to fall over. In the blade world, it's called demon blading. Oh, that's cool. That's pretty awesome. All right, so we got some pretty thick wire here. This I've already treated, so let's get some that's not treated just yet. Cute little spring. I think I'll keep that. And I think what we're going to do is I'm going to point it that way. Maybe I'll start with a... Well, if I use a smaller wire, the heat might make a difference. It might make a difference in the heat. So let's do it on a longer wire because I know I'm going to use it on a longer wire. All right. I believe this is my thickest wire. Yeah. There's one size lower than this that I have. But let's get started. Here it is. It doesn't have a striker, so I have to get a lighter. I think it has to warm up or something. Yeah, for sure. I'm not going to touch anything. Let's give it a shot. I need to get a better view. I could see something. Or I have a much better view here. You can see it flexing, I think. I can see it flexing. Alright, it's not doing too bad. Slower motions? Slower movements? Alright, I'll use my knee as a pivot then. I can see something. It is changing. I don't think it's turning black. I don't necessarily want it to be black. I really just kind of need it to be a darker color, that's all. Oh, okay. So if I remember correctly, you're saying that the color comes from oxidizing the oxygen on the wire. So that's the idea. Okay. Oh, yeah. Ooh. I hope you guys can see that. It's kind of happening very slowly. I'm lifting my knee up as I do it too, trying to keep the flame on there in a nice even space. All right, I'm gonna get a little closer now. We're just experimenting for now. I think maybe we should give it a rest for a second. Let it cool and then take a look at the results. Should I let it cool gradually? The fine line between iridescent and burnt. When you start seeing blue, stop. Oh, shit. Well, oops. But that's why we're doing this. We're figuring this shit out as we go. Or I am. That is definitely a different color than this. Yeah. Uh-oh. I think I just wiped some of it off. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. It's doing it fast. So next attempt, use lower flame and further away. Okay. And cool naturally. Okay. Let's put another one in there then. Well, let's let that cool first. And then I'll put more in there for the next round, and that way we could just continue. It's doing it fast, so next time. Okay, so I guess we're dealing with an extremely high temperature then, as opposed to the oven, which means that we're probably definitely me. Just counting down my time to leave. Oh yeah. Let's see here. It's a fragile coating, so the faster it happens, the thinner the coating, the more fragile. Uh-oh. Well, then maybe we should hammer this. If that's the case, we should probably hammer them and then heat treat them, right? So let's experiment with the heat treating, and then when we figure that out, we'll do a piece with a hammered finish, and then maybe hammer finish some pieces that were already not that whatever. The flame is over. Yeah, so okay. If that's the case, then we only want it to be just ever so slightly hotter than the oven. And okay, I think that gives me an idea then. Maybe I need a heat gun instead. I wonder if I still have that. I wonder if I still have my heat gun. Probably not. Cutting is the last step. Played right before the final assembly. Okie dokie. Then we'll just experiment with the non-beaten up, and then when we figure it out, interesting. Then when we figure it out, I'll hammer out a bunch, and what am I trying to do here? Okie dokie. Interesting. It's like pitted. Oh, it's flakes. Let's hit it with a hammer. What do you say, guys? Just for fun. Oh, where's my hammer? There it is. Oof. What's up, Egyptian? What's up, Egyptian gamer geek? Copper loses heat as fast as it gains it. Flakes are called scale, means it heated way too fast. Yeah, definitely, for sure. I would definitely say that. It's quite beautiful until you get the flakes off. So I'm just gonna hammer for a second. I need to put some earplugs in real quick. I'd say it's still a little darker. Oh, I'd say it's still a little darker. Oh man, see the trouble. I gotta figure out the lighting for this damn room. It's it is still a little darker, which is essentially the goal for now. I really just kind of want it to be a different color. Really, my goal really is to put in as much work as possible into this mask, because if I'm gonna go all out, then I may as well go all out, but I'm gonna try not to go too much, of course. Yeah, that's a very hard thing to achieve. Let me get a napkin real quick. What do you say we should dip or clean this one with alcohol? Or take as long as you can to do it. Create as thick a coat as possible without flaking. Okay. All right. Does that mean that we should still go? Let's do the next one. All right. So for let's get a couple in there. Let's get a few in there. How's things? Things are doing just fine. Gotta get this stuff figured out so that I can at least have some semblance of hope in finishing this mask one day. Maybe I should put on some music too. That's probably a good idea. That'll do. Now we can do 3. Let me just readjust my camera. Oh. Shit. Alright, and pull that away. Oh. Alright. Okay, that's why it took 6 hours to do this. Goodness gracious. Hammer it first. Well, okay. Let's hammer out a few of them. You get some earplugs in. Blah, 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 blah. If you're gonna experiment, might as well treat it. True, true. All right, I am. Oh, you know what? I could also put over my ears my headphones. I could have sworn I had a pair. I don't remember what. Oh, there they are. They're right there. Oof. Okay. Well, if that's the case, then let's just continue with this one. We'll just concentrate all our efforts on this. And let me put this on too. I would hate for people to sit there in silence while I'm doing my thinking. Well, not exactly silence, more like the hum of this box that I spend 90% of my time in. Just had a torch on it. I'm just gonna beat it up a little bit. In fact, let's do a little curl. How about that? Should have curled it before we flattened it. Oh shit! Well, it's not gonna work anymore. Maybe I don't need to hammer it so flat. What's up, no bullshit? Oh yeah, we're about to grab the torch again real quick. Let me go close the garage door. Okay. Not much was watching the riots or the protests around the country. Oh yeah, they're still going on, huh? Jeez. They're like, yep. You know, this wire feels more malleable after the torching. I don't know if that's just my brain, but it feels like it. Anyway, I did a crappy job with that. But let's heat treat it. It's not like I'm going to use it. I offered to demon blade your knife, but no, you wanted to That is perfectly fine. I like the shiny steel. That beautiful knife. This is the knife he's talking about. I always like to have it on display when I'm doing my live streams. But check that out. Ooh, that's awesome. You know, I get a lot of feedback from this thing. More shock than anything, because they're like, holy crap, the thing's huge. Oh no, it's dirty. Oh no! Oh no! Is that... maybe it's just not oiled or something? Because that is new. That is definitely not what it looked like when I got it in the mail. Which means it's my fault. Oh, it's just dirty? Is that dirt? It looks like oxidization. I should have oiled it when I got it. Why is it so dirty? Well, you and I can go over that in a little bit. Let's see here. Let's get to the torching. How should I do this? You didn't keep it oiled. Yeah, I warned you. It's high carbon steel. It rusts like any other steel when not kept oiled. Oh my gosh. Oh my God. Well, we can go over how to fix that in a little bit. I'll damn. It came as a shock to me. I haven't pulled it out in a while. Okay, blowtorch. I'm not yelling. Yes, let's see what the torch does for this. We're trying to get some kind of anneal or what do you call that? We're trying to darken the coloring. Alright, so we might be here a little bit. We're going to go against the flat edge there. Oh. I mean, I guess you guys won't be able to see much. Maybe I can turn this light off. Maybe that's a little better. Oops. Oh, damn, I had it so close to the tip there. Except now I can't see what I'm doing. Tip those torches light easier with much lower gas. Yeah, I usually put it down so low that it has trouble starting, and then work my way up. That way I'm not just blowing propane out of the tank. In fact, I'm not even sure how much is in here. Make sure I'm aiming at it properly. It's kind of hard to see from this angle. You know, I wonder if this is that copper that lady gave me. I wonder if that's why it's acting weird. Or if I used that already, I don't know. If it's easy, if it ever starts to change color in under a few minutes, you gotta turn the flame down. Okay. So we're looking at an endeavor here, huh? Which is kind of what I wanted, because I want to have a very A lot of work put in. Mask. Whatever that was, jumped in front of the flame, just exploded on impact. Make sure I'm not melting anything back here. Portland is just beginning their protesting, apparently. Is just beginning their protesting, apparently. Yeah, over what this time? Jeez. So silly. I say anybody acts like that, we don't want to reward anybody who acts like that. Gotta punish people who act like that, and quickly, or else other people will think that it's okay to do it too. I see it's getting a little darker over time. I'm gonna run out of butane before I get any work done. Yeah, Brian King could tell you a thing or two about riots. Even try stuffing it up a bit and then cleaning it, then torching it. Probably hold things better. Lightly scuffed. Well, maybe. Over 20 protests, over a dozen riots here. Rochester since cooking started. Jeez. Yeah, they tried that here in Dallas, but we didn't put up with it. If you try to block traffic here, you get arrested. This tank's hold a lot more anything. Okay, cool. Yeah, it kind of feels halfway full. And you're right, it is. It's not like it's getting cold or anything, so it must not be doing so bad. It is darker. I might just wind up using the oven technique. This is cool and all. I just can't imagine doing this with this tiny flame over the length of the wire I need to do it on for a long time. You know, I wonder if there's like a chemical or something that I can heat the metal up with and then dunk it in the solution and then it would have a different color. I wonder if that's a thing. wonder if I can make that a thing. You think we should take a look at it? For a particular... Oh, yeah. Standoff today with some business owner of a remix company who wasn't... Oh, hang on. Who wasn't going to back down, stared into each other's faces for maybe an hour and finally cut the screen. Well, I might wind up having to figure out another solution. My home oven goes higher. I'm not sure. I'll have to take a look. Yeah. I wonder what they might be. Bleach comes to mind. As awful as that sounds. But, you know, it being bleach, I imagine it would do something. Although that might do a brighter color effect or something. I don't know. We're dealing with high temperatures here. I guess I could look that up. Oh, wow, it's much darker now. What do you think? Should we take a look? Different acids, anything with a high pH, very salty water, long vinegar soap, etc. You want to try the very salty water part? I could totally give this a break. Go get some salt real quick and dunk it. What do you guys think? I'm gonna do that. Different acids, huh? I'm trying to think of would lime away be something that would be an acid, or is that something else? I'll have to sit in the water for a long time, at least 24 hours. I wonder if lime away might make it really shiny. But that, I don't know if that would be a very big solution. Oh, God. Well, I don't want that. Well, it is much darker for sure. I'm going to take a look at it real quick. Let it before I start touching it. I'll have to sit in the water a long time. Let me turn that down. I think it might be okay. Let's take a look. It is much darker. Oh, shit. Set up an experiment. White vinegar, very salty water, lemon juice. Ooh. You know what, actually? Where is that? Where is that? I'm going to see if I can find it real quick. Holy shit, guys, I forgot about this wire. It's not very thick. Yeah, that's not gonna work. Set up an experiment, white vinegar. Do that. Because I think I have all of those things: lemon juice, vinegar, white vinegar, water. Yeah, I got that. I got that here. Let's see here. It looks like we were very successful with this, guys. I know that at least as a last resort, I can use the blowtorch to discolor my wire. I think whether I do it might be a different story. But if I do it, I might wind up. I think I'm going to do it with an oven. With an oven. Jeez, that hurt. Because that's painstaking. Let's take a look at the mask real quick. Think about it this way: the Statue of Liberty used to be very shiny copper. Wow, that would have been really interesting to see. Yeah, that would be a really cool. I thought it was brass. I thought brass turned green. Oh, my tum-tums. I'm gonna have to eat something here pretty soon. There it is. Let's take a look. So I'm thinking I'm gonna do something along the lines of a hammered finish, flourish. I can't really do anything much thicker than this, and I may wind up actually having to add magnets to this. Jeez Louise. I may wind up having to add magnets, another layer of fabric over these magnets, just to kind of lift the mask face off. Like, you see those gaps there are going to be really good for later when I'm trying to build a frame, or excuse me, build a panel for the frame here. And it might wind up something like this. I think what I'm going to do, at least for this part here, there's one piece there, and there's one piece there. So I might wind up doing all the way back here, something along these lines, and then just doing a, something, come from here or here, like something along the lines of a squiggles, or this. So let's say yeah. And I really want to do more work than that. Well, I also don't want to take away from the rest of it. This part here is going to be covered by chainmail, so maybe I'm overthinking it. Copper turns green. Brass is largely made from copper. Of course it is. Of course. That's why there are green pennies. So maybe I do need to kind of tone it down a tiny bit, and don't make this too fancy. Just a little extra fancy. Along those lines. Bah! Let's add a couple more magnets and see how strong it'll be with one extra magnet per thing. Oh shit, that scared me. Alright, here it goes. It's not too bad. Let's put it on. All of them wound up on the mask. That's pretty cool. I gotta be careful with all these damn magnets. I have to like make sure my wallet is far away. I gotta make sure my phone doesn't get anywhere near it, or my computer. It's kind of nerve-wracking. I really think you should get some sheet copper. You know, that's actually kind of how I was thinking I was gonna top this one. I'm thinking that I want to make another frame like this, but you know, different, of course, not the same shapes inside like that. I want to build a frame like that, and then add like steel plates with drilled holes for sewing copper through, and like weld my mask. I want to like weld my next mask, or at least the one that's going to be better than this one. I have no idea how I'm going to do that, but I'm gonna try. That's for sure. But let's put this thing on. Whew. That baby's heavy. Oh, it just looks so cool. I love this thing so much. Now, that poor thing in the background there used to get all my love. So sad. Crown of Gas. Now I don't even know what to call this one, because I've already called that one Crown of Gas. In fact, this one was called Crown of Gas as well. You know, Crown of Gas 1, Crown of Gas 2, Crown of Gas 3. Like the steps between Crowns of Gas is just like leaps and bounds. I can like see my neck muscles. You really can. All right, here it is. Like steel's way too heavy and much of a pain in the work with. Oh yeah, I guess so. I mean, they make steel. Excuse me. They have copper plates at the crystal shop I go to, but they're so thin. You know, I want that bitch to be heavy. You know, I want that bitch to be fucking. Wow, that really sucked to the face. There we go. That's gonna be better. Oh shit. So I was a little worried at first. And copper is your stick. Yeah, for sure. I definitely want to expand at some point. You know, I'm actually thinking now the temples are a bit tight, which makes sense because I just put this thing on here. Start thin, work your way up, thicker stuff. You know, I might use thicker stuff as a base and then use the thinner stuff to accent it. That'd be pretty cool. Let me take a hammer to it real quick. Well, maybe I can. Well, that did relieve some pressure. Let me take it off real quick. It just attaches to everything on my desk every time I put it down. I was worried about the magnets being on my face, so I was like looking shit up. Maybe just turn it down. I started making 1.5 inch pocket knives. Ooh, like length 1.5 inch. It's pretty tiny. Yeah, 1.5 inch thick knives. Oh, right. I'm gonna expand the. I don't even know how I'm gonna do this. Ah. Whoa. That is much better. Yeah, definitely next time I'm gonna make a little bit more room for my ears to sit properly. They sit properly just fine when they get in place, but you know, if they're not in place. So I'm thinking if I do that, I'm gonna do the wires like that. I want to kind of try and cover up that little bit there for sure, and then kind of come down and do some designs on the side too. Something along those lines. That's pretty darn heavy. And it's not even freaking done. I still got that big gap in the back to deal with. I could have probably fit 2 more crystals there too. It's really a shame. And this thing is one piece. That wire that's weaving around the big one is one long wire. That coming along there is one long wire. I'm like, oh my gosh, how did you freaking like do that? And I'm like, I am slightly insane. Technical difficulties. We must be back. Well, I think I'm gonna have to sit and think about it for a little bit. Maybe I'll do it in an oven. Maybe I'll just get a different type of wire. I'm not really sure. Maybe I'll get aluminum. Hey, maybe I'll use aluminum for that part. Be interesting. What is on my face? Oh, I think it's my hair. Anyway, I think that's gonna be it for tonight. I gotta eat something. I'm freaking hungry. And I actually might take a break. My hands are super tired. But I'll see what I can do about the forehead and stuff like that. Maybe play a video game. I don't know. Alrighty, see you guys. Smooching. Oh yeah.